Hi everyone. The most common question I get asked on YouTube is, how many tarantulas do I have? Well, I got some many new additions on my birthday last week, so it's time to tally up how much do I have in total. Wow. So the long-awaited Arachnotour video of November 2013 is finally here. So if you visit my Arachnoboards account, John3800, the same name, you see my age and stuff, and we are going to go over all of these species. Yep. So it's going to be a long video, but I'm going to be splitting up into two parts. So, alphabetical order, away we go. Okay, so this tea is not mine. This is Greg's mature male Acanthoscurria brocklehursti, the giant white banded. I'm doing a breeding loan with him. So this is my first one. I'm going to feature. It's my female, 7 inches. A very hungry eater. This one here is an Acanthoscurria geniculata, the giant white knee. This is a 3-inch male. Named Desire. Formerly it was Logan's. I do have another mature male, Derek, who's currently with Tarantula Canada doing a breeding loan. Okay, this is the last Acanthoscurria I have. This is a female Suina, also known as the sulfur brown bird eater. Chelsea surrounds a 2.5 inch. Used to be really common, now she became really defensive. It's typical for the genus. Man, she looks cool. This is a cool video. Haven't updated these teas in a long time. So these are my trio of Phonopalma calcodes Desert Blonde. I have Ricardo, the male, sitting down below. Marilyn II. That is a female. I got these from TC after my beloved Marilyn passed away at age 28. Still miss her. And I got this a while ago from E-Man. That is the same person that got that Brachypelma hybrid. He sold me one of his A Calcode sling. This one used to be a 1/2 inch, and now it's like 3/4 of an inch. It's really not growing that fast, but it's typical for these specimens. And there it is. I named her Marge, hoping it's a female, but we'll see. Tea I haven't updated in a while. This is the last Phonopalma that I have. This is a mature female Phonopalma simani, the Costa Rican zebra. 5-inch female. Alright, tea number 8 is Annabelle, my mature female Avic, the common pink toe. 4.5 inches. She has been mated once with Rose's mature male named Marcus, who's over here. I believe he has 1 sperm web, so I'm going to be mating him one last time. And on the expo, I'm going to bring him to Tarantula Canada, and he's going to flirt with one of their females. Sweet. Alrighty, these are one of the cool looking Avics, and it's definitely not the most friendliest one. This is an Avicularia lata, the Puerto Rican pink toe. I'm going to demonstrate to you why. Not very nice. Not very friendly, but this is one Avic that I had great success in keeping. Definitely needs a rehouse. Right now it's around, I would say, a good 2.5 inches. Yeah, she probably molted. Wow, she looks adorable. Named her Molly. That was the one I did a long time ago. I think 2 years ago I made a handling video where she just walked on my hand. Unbeknownst now I can't even hold her anymore because she's quite mean. Well, here is one of my pooper scoopers. She's almost as worse as my guinea pigs. This is Kat. She's a big female Vicularia urticans. Giant Peru Pinktoe. You can see she's pretty giant. Around 6 inches. This is the largest Avic I own. Pretty cool. I'm definitely going to get her a larger critter keeper. It's in the works, because I think this is a little bit too small for her. Alright, T number 11 is the Vicularia versicolor Antilles Pinktoe. Trinity, she's around 3.5 inches. Sub-adult. Done with the Avics now. Now for one of my few scorpions. This is a Babicurus gigas, also known as the giant red-barked Tanzanian scorpion. A full-grown female. I named her Emmy. Now for the Brachypalmas. So T number 13 is my Brachypalma albiceps, the Mexican gold red rump. This is Albert, my male. And here is Big Stacy, a mature female. Almost 5.5 to 6 inches. Alright, so these are Brachypalma albopilosum, the curly hair. So this is Aragog, freshly molted during the feeding video. You can see she's got really curly hairs, which give away the common name. Just want to give an idea of her temperament to see how she is. Okay, so that's the thing. Personalities do vary, because mine's pretty defensive. But that doesn't mean that they're all are. And this is Curly Sue. She's my baby, because she happens to be the oldest tarantula in my collection. She's currently 26 years old. And you can see I can touch her by the hair, and she doesn't move. She's so catatonic and very friendly, unlike the younger one. But there's an update for you guys. You asked me how she's doing. She's doing great. Had her since 1996. So, and she was an adult when I bought her, so you can do the math. She's pretty old. Cool. Alrighty, these are my pair of Mexican flame-knee tarantulas, Brachypalma auratum. So here's the male, named Leon. Ooh, Claire must have molted too. This is the female. They look very identical to the B. Smithy, except for the fact that they have flame tip knees. You can see all over her body. And they're much more skittish than the Smithy, so don't often advise to handling them. But they're growing fairly quickly. I had them for 3 years as a 1/2 inch. And you can see they're growing really quickly. And I believe the male is probably going to mature up faster than she is, but oh well. Would have been nice to mate Leon and Claire. Number 18 is a Ninch Brachypalma bomi, the Mexican fireleg. And this is the next one. One of my favorite Brachypalmas is the Emilia, the Mexican painted redleg. This is a 4.5 inch female named Emilia, fully grown, adult. As you probably noticed 3 years ago, she used to be 2 inches, and now she's full grown. She loves her superworms. Next up, number 20, is Petunia, my Brachypalma classy, Mexican pink. One of the best eaters of my Brachypalma collection. Never refuses food unless she's in pre-molt. Number 21, the Hobby Classic Brachypalma Smithy, Mexican red knee. This is a 5.5 inch female named Athena. Is probably due for a molt anytime soon, because I noticed that her pedipalps are starting to fade in color. And that's usually a sign of an approaching molt. Haven't seen her molt for at least a good 2 years, so she's due. And of course, the mascot of my collection and my YouTube channel is Scarlet. She's my other Smithy. A little bit smaller than Athena, but not by much. She freshly molted, so you can see her colors are very vibrant. For my Brachypelma vagans, I got 4 of these guys. Mexican red rump. So I'll show you Morticia. She's my adult, and she's very, very skittish. And definitely one of the more defensive Brachypelmas, and the largest one at that. They get up to having around a 7 to 8 inch leg span. This is a full-grown female. Show them a little smaller guys. Alright, this is my little freebie that I got from Amanda. About, I would say, a good 1/4 inch. I got that one when I got the P. fasciata female. This was another freebie that I got on my birthday. She gave it to me. This is a 1/2 inch. They all required the same care. Just feed them pinhead crickets and they'll be fine. And last but not least is Annette. She's around a 2 inch suspect female. So let me open up her cage. Yeah, by the 1.5 inch mark, they should have their full adult colors. So you can see she's like Morticia, but a little smaller. Actually, a lot smaller. Okay, these are next to be on the rehouse list. These are my pair of Brachypelma verdezi, the Mexican rose gray. This is Dr. Cossack, a female. And Kalinka, she's a little bit larger than her little sister. She's around 2.5 inches, so definitely going to get these out of there and put them in 6-liter shoebox enclosures. This one will go inside a 2 because it's a little bit smaller. Yeah, definitely needs a rehouse. Fan favorite of my collection. I used to own a larger female. Now I own a slink now. This is a Ceratojaris marshalli, the straight horned baboon. I'd say it's around 3/4 inch. Alright, this is one of my superb web builders. Fortunately, you can't really see her that well. This is my Chilobrachys guanaceensis, the Chinese fan. Very, very defensive species, but oh my god, she's one of the serious web builders in my collection. Puts my GBB to shame. Here's Valencia. Mature female Chromatopelma cyanopubescens, aka green bottle blue. Has been refusing food lately, so that's why she didn't appear in my previous feeding video. 6-inch female. Here's a large adult female, Cyrthoracanthus livingstoni, the Livingston's tarantula. Mystery. T number 33 is a Cryptopholus ramsey, Cuban pygmy, named Tektite. If he is a male, I'll call him Gordon, after Gordon Ramsay. Funny. Yeah, I do have one. This is a Cyclosternum fasciatum, Costa Rican tiger rump. This is a 3.5 inch female named Stella. Let's move on to something different now. Many of you remember this guy right here. Actually, this is a Siphonesia species than an Idiop species. Black Trapdoor, Tara the Terrible. Don't really see much of this one. She's probably right down below. It's a pet hole. but has the coolest attacks, especially when it comes to the feeding videos. Well, she'll make a little trap, and then when the cricket comes, she opens up the door and closes it. This is not a tarantula, this is a megalomorph, and not a true spider either. And the other one that I have is a Linothele megathaloides, mature male with Tarantula Canada. I believe now that he passed away due to old age, but he has been mated with one of their females, so fingers crossed for a sack. What the? No way! That is so cool! I guess she molted. What the? Wow, this is unbelievable. I've never seen a tailless whip scorpion molt before. This is a Daemon Demeta. Let's check the real deal. Yeah, this is a mature female. Holy crap, she nice. Yeah, also known as the cave spiders. Alright, gotta put her safely back in the cage. Not a very aggressive species, but holy crap, are they ever fast. That is so cool. That is the one pleasant surprise I've never actually thought of seeing. A first for me. Alright, that was just awesome. No wonder that thing wouldn't eat on camera, but hopefully I'll catch it in the next feeding video. Alright, now moving on to teas now. These are Epholopus species, commonly known as skeletons. So this is the burgundy form, Epholopus rufescens. You can probably see this leg right here. He's always featured in my feeding videos as one of my greatest eaters in my skeleton collection. So yeah, he's I would say an 1.5 to 2 inch suspect male. I named him Cleveland after Family Guy, one of my favorite shows. And this girl, I believe to be a girl, Epholopus udamen, the emerald skeleton. I had this one for 5 years now. Pretty much full grown. These are not very large species compared to the Moranus that gets to having a 5.5 inch leg span. It's certainly really cool. I call these guys the poor man's blue fangs because as slings they look so much alike to the blue fang, except the main difference is that they don't have the blue chloroceri that the Ceanothus have, and I find this one to be a lot easier to care for than a blue fang, but I should try to actually raise a couple for myself again. See if I can try to do a lot better. This is possibly the best handling species that I have in my collection. This is Amber, Euathlus species red, also known as the Chilean fire rump. Alright, possibly also another awesome species for the beginner is the pink zebra beauty, the Eupalestris camprostratus. So here's Yasmin, my 4.5 inch mature female. She's probably going to get a little bit bigger, almost the same size as Athena. Fairly handleable. Mine can be slightly moody sometimes, but individuals do vary. Now, unfortunately, Pink Floyd, that mature male, has passed away yesterday morning. Believe it or not, he was over a 2.5-year-old mature male. Eupalestris camprostratus mature males live absolutely the longest time, for 2.5 years. Almost 3. I bought that one from Shannon a couple years ago, and yeah, he just died of natural causes, so may he rest in peace. And that's that one. And this is my little Eupalestris regenbergi, the white-collared. Not well known to some people, but this is also a very cool handleable species. Very, very slow growing. This is around a 3/4 of an inch. I just keep them in pill jars, keep them moist substrate, and feed them pinhead crickets. It's all you need for slings. It's not terribly difficult to raise them and keep one happy. Next up is my big Grammys now. So I have a couple of them. So this one here is my big female Grammostola pulchra, Brazilian black. Ebony is my second oldest tarantula. She is currently 14 years old. I got her in 2001 as a 2-inch specimen, judging by the growth rate of my G. rosea. That's around 4 years old, from baby to about 2 inches, and then I've kept her since then. She fully grew out in 2007, so it took around 5 years for her to get that size. Very cool looking tarantula, but it's the second largest of the genus. The grossa gets a little bit larger, like almost 8, and then followed by pulchripes and the pulchra. But a lot of people love to have this species because they're very notable for their jet black coloration, almost appearing like velvet-like. So that's my mature female, and then I got this immature male from Leslie a couple of years ago, still alive, doing well. I'm probably going to mature out probably within the next 2 or 3 more molts. And his name is Roy. Alright, this is one of my 3 Grammostola pulchripes, aka Choco Goldeny. This is Peach, 4.5-inch female. This is her sister Wendy, almost around the same size, same age too. And this is Charlotte, the biggest of the trio, but she's also a little bit older. She's around 8. She's got a little bit more growing to do, but not too much. You notice that she's growing to be very bulky. Alright, so these are Grammostola rosea. This is the red form. So this is the male, named Morris Rose. As you probably noticed from other videos, he is a 4-year-old specimen, legitimately, because I bought this guy as a 1/2 inch. So I wanted to prove you guys that pet stores are wrong, telling you that a full-grown rose hair is around a year old. So this is only 4 years old, and it's around half the size of it. Definitely needs a rehouse, so he's another candidate. And this is the big female, well, not so big, rosea red form, Lois from Family Guy. Haven't featured her in a while because she's never eating. It's very typical for rose hairs not to eat because they're very infamous for fasting because of their slow growing nature. Now I'll show you the normal forms, which ones you commonly see in pet stores. Alright, this is infamous Talia. She's on her 6th month of fasting, believe it or not. In desperate need of a molt. Yeah, this is the normal forms. It's the ones you most commonly see in pet stores, the ones with the pink carapace and brown hair all over. Yeah, she's due for molt. It's around almost 3 years now since she last molted. And this is the last rose hair that I have, and actually quite a unique one because I've never seen them web so much. So I got this from my friend Ikeman 2006, I believe 3 or 4 years ago. So this is Michaela. She's a lot older. I'm assuming she's around 15 years old. Fully grown, and she's got the hot pink carapace on her. Not so friendly compared to my other species. But again, you have to expect that rose hairs can be a little bit more on the temperamental side, so overall not too bad, but also good for the beginner. Alright everyone, this concludes part 1 of the tour video. My battery is about to die, so I'm going to go charge it, and then we're going to continue the awesome tour video. So thanks for watching, and wait for part 2.